And therefore, events have overtaken that point of order.
Thank you very much.
Can I respond, sir?
Honorable Chinda.
I have a right of response.
Honorable Chinda.
I have a right of response.
Can I rule, Honorable Chinda?
Yes, sir.
Honorable Chinda, can I rule?
I have a right of response, sir. I have a right of response.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
I have a right of response.
Point of order.
Honorable Chinda, can I rule, please?
I have a right of response and I want to exhaust my rights.
Honorable Chinda.
I pray that I be allowed to exhaust my rights. Then you can rule.
Honorable Chinda, thank you. Can you take your seat, please? Can you take your seat?
Mr. Speaker, I pray that I be allowed my right of response.
Honorable Chinda, you are recognized on a point of order. You have made your presentation. And you've made your presentation, and Honorable Fengbeda Biamila countered your point of order. Can the presiding officer now...
Mr. Speaker, recall the point at which I raised this point of order. That was before the motion to suspend the rules of this House, which was intentionally ignored in order to frustrate the point of order.
Honorable Chinda, thank you very much. My dear colleagues...
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
No. Honorable Chinda, my dear colleagues, excuse me, please, can you take your seats?
Thank you,
seats? My dear colleagues, I have said severally, and of course, Mr. Speaker has said severally, at every point in time, whilst we are guided by our rules, we would always do the wish of the majority of our colleagues. Honorable Chinda, whatever position you hold, subject it to the decision of our colleagues. So, can you now you've presented your point of order that has been countered by Honorable Femi, and you are aware that right here on this floor, by the consent of almost a unanimous consent, the House agreed to suspend our relevant rules. Now, Honorable Chinda, you have also observed that we took on the matter of River State last week and we took it again yesterday. Now, the chairman rules and business is telling us about new developments with regards to the issues in River State, and sought the leave of the House to take this matter now and then. Would it be fair for me as a presiding officer to rule him and the majority of our colleagues out of order?
Mr. Speaker, all I asked for was fair hearing. All I asked for was fair hearing. Of course, I will abide by the decision of majority of the members of this House. And I also want to say that whatever decision that is arrived at by this House is my own decision, whether I am a minority or not.
Honorable Chinda, you will contribute in the course of the debate.
The point at which I raised the point of order, the rules of this House had not been suspended. And at that point, when I raised the point of order, the rules had not been suspended. And that was the reason why I wanted to be heard. But I was asked to allow
Mr. Speaker, point of order on Honorable Chinda.
Honorable
Mr. Speaker, point of order on Honorable Chinda. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague Samson Osage, I represent Orion Anuhu, the Federal Constituency. I want to direct the attention of the Speaker and the entire House to Order 9 Rule 58, which deals specifically with the issue of raising the point of order. And the summary is this: once a point of order is raised by a member and a question has been put, the member shall resume his seat. There is nowhere in these rules, Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, where a right of reply is as a matter of course. A right of reply is granted by the presiding officer if he is convinced that the arguments on the floor requires that the proponent of the arguments be given a right of reply. The rules does not give you as an automatic ticket a right to reply. What the rule says, once you raise a point of order, the presiding officer shall go ahead to put the question. And that is what the rule says. What you are asking for is answer the rules.
Thank you very much. I sustain.
Mr. Speaker, further, still on the rules.
Point of order.
The rules also provides that once you raise a point of order, it should be determined whether it is in order or it is not in order.
My dear colleagues, now Honorable Chinda, you have the floor. Proceed. No. Please. Honorable Chinda, proceed, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mr.
My dear
Speaker,
colleagues, please let us be patient. Honorable Chinda, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, my dear colleagues. Mr. Speaker, thank you for giving me the right of reply.
Not the right of reply, Mr. Chinda. Move your point of order, Honorable Chinda. Please. Your point of order proceeds.
Mr. Speaker, the point of order that I have moved is that, firstly,
my dear colleagues, please.
Order, Mr. Speaker, order.
Please.
Mr. Speaker, point of order.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Honorable Salome, please. Please, I recognize Honorable Chinda, please. Honorable Chinda, please. And save us some time, please.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Speaker, I had already referred this House to Order 57-6, which says that a matter that has been discussed shall not be reopened by the same session.
Okay.
Mr. Speaker, aside that, at the point at which I raised this issue, there was no application to waive the rules of this House.
Thank you.
I was persuaded by this House to allow the mover of the motion to stand on two legs. And of course, that, if my own rights will be considered, should also not in any way preclude me from exercising my rights.
Okay, any seconder? Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Please, Honorable, please. Any seconder?
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. No,
please.
No, point of order. It's out of order.
Honorable Salome, please.
Wait. No. Wait. Let's see what the point of order. Let me explain. Let him be so sincere.
It shall be referred to committee. Is that not the conclusion? Referring it to committee. Is that...
Sorry, my dear colleagues. Order, please. Order. Sorry, my dear colleagues. My dear colleagues, Honorable Chinda, my ruling, like I said earlier on. Order. No, it's not a motion. It's not a motion. It's a point of order which I rule on now. I'll rule on Honorable Chinda's point of order. Honorable Chinda, my ruling is I have stated earlier on. Now, your point of order is ruled out of order on the basis of the fact that this House, this morning, has suspended our relevant rules based on new developments to enable us take the matter that's been brought to this House, before this House, by Honorable Sam Sokwa. Honorable Sam Sokwa, please proceed.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, A.T. Samsopa is my name. I represent Takum, Donga, Osa, and the very special people of the special area. Mr. Speaker, honorable members are from Taraba State. Mr. Speaker, threat to democracy and inability of the House of Assembly of
my dear colleagues, please. Order, please. Let us follow the procedure and listen to our colleague.
The House notes that on July 9, 2013, it was widely reported that hoodlums and thugs, aided by 5 out of the 32 honorable members of the House of Assembly of Rivers State, invaded the House of Assembly of Rivers State and beat up other honorable members of the House of Assembly of Rivers State, with one of the 5 members of the House seizing a gun from a policeman and threatening other members of the House, including smashing the Speaker's car. Recalls that the House of Assembly of Rivers State had on previous occasions tried to hold its normal sittings and transact parliamentary business, but was unable to do so as a result of the presence of hoodlums in the precincts of the House and the inability of the Nigerian police to provide the legitimate authorities of the House with security. Worried that the Rivers State Police Command, which has pledged to provide security for the sitting of the Honorable House,